Hi, I'm Zach, and this is Challenger Vedic Astrology and Tarot. Welcome to the channel. Alright, so this is the May Tarot reading for Pisces, Ascendant, Moon, and Sun signs. And if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out me and the channel. To be notified whenever I release a new video, be sure to hit the bell icon and select all. And if you'd like a Vedic Sidereal birth chart, a personal tarot reading, or an astrology consultation, the links to those will be in the description box and the comments below. And if you'd like to donate to help support the channel, the links to those will be in the description box as well. Alright, Pisces. These are your Vedic Sidereal placements, not your Western Tropical. If you don't know your placements, you can look up a free birth chart calculator online or get a much more detailed birth chart from my website. But these are important because I use your Vedic Sidereal transits to confirm what we're seeing in your reading. Now, so, there was a big power outage right before I started filming this video. And then the lights flickered, went off, came back on, flickered again, went back off, and then came back on again. So, this reading is going to be very significant. Now, those are Vishaka and Ardra Nakshatra or constellation themes, which the reading will clarify, which ones we're dealing with. Maybe both. Okay. But we're going to kick things off with a Celtic cross with the tarot, and then we'll close things out with a Kipper Oracle spread. And then we're going to clarify all of it. Alright. I'm going to lay out your cards, and then we'll talk about it, Pisces. Okay, Pisces. Looks like we might have a rough one here. So, overall energy, we have the Five of Cups. Past sorrow, past regrets. So, we're leaning into Ardra symbolism. But honestly, I say Vishaka too. Because Ardra is tied to heartbreak, sorrow, loneliness. But, the heart of the matter, we have death. Death is tied to an ending and a transformation. Well, the other nakshatra tied to electricity and power outages is Vishaka. It's tied to a split, like a fork of lightning. So, that can be a literal split in a relationship as well. Now, the challenge, Two of Swords. So, the challenge is your overthinking. There's two different directions, maybe a fork in the path. But yeah, you're definitely overthinking after this ending. Now, your focus. We have the Four of Pentacles. So, you're probably focused on still holding on to this. Now, that's not looking too positive when I see the heart of the matter is death. You're trying to hold on to what has already ended. And Four of Pentacles is very stubborn. Now, in the past, Nine of Cups. You thought this was your emotional wish fulfillment. In the past, you're saying you had emotional balance. Everything was fine. Not good that you went from that to the Five of Cups. Now, your strength, this is the good part, is the Hermit. Your ability to introspect, to heal, and to be on your own. The Hermit is alone. He's a hermit. Okay, but we're riding the waves here. Okay, Pisces. The immediate future, we have the Nine of Swords. You are stressed out. There's a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, maybe trouble sleeping. Okay. Now, the supportive energy, Four of Wands. The supportive energy is tied to this committed relationship or tied to a living situation, a home, Okay. Now, I am leaning not the relationship. If I'm being honest. It is interesting that you're showing 4 of Pentacles and 4 of Wands, though, because both of those are tied to the home. They're tied to that foundation, the 4 walls. Okay. Now, the hidden energy, 7 of Cups. There are opportunities that you aren't seeing. Okay. Now, hope and fear, 4 Cups. Fearing rejection, fearing disappointment, hoping that that doesn't happen. And the potential outcome, we have the 3 of Pentacles. Okay. So, you're working on something, and it looks like there are other people involved here. In the potential outcome. Now, this could be tied to your career. This could be tied to working on things with friends. This could even be family. Let's see. Let's dig deeper. Let's pull cards on these. Why the 5 of Cups? Queen of Wands, 5 of Cups, King of Pentacles. Yeah. Past sorrow, past regrets between you and this person. Clearly. So, it actually looks like this is shared between the 2 of you. Both of you kind of feel this way. Yeah, Lovers at the bottom of the deck. It's a strong romantic soul connection. So, it's not easy dealing with this for either of you. Why Death? For the heart of the matter. Lovers, Queen of Swords, the Hermit. Okay. Yeah. Once again, strong romantic soul connection. But you're showing me through the ending, you're doing introspection, you're healing, but you're coming at this from a logical standpoint. And that kind of worries me, because you're not showing emotions. You're not showing the heart space here. Also, there could have been some very harsh words that were said at the end. Now, once again, 5 of Cups, past regrets. But we do have 7 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So there may have been a betrayal here. There may have been deception involved. 7 of Swords can be cheating. Which Moon is currently in Pushya as I'm filming this. So Pushya is tied to being overly focused on one's work, one's religion, one's education, to the point that their partner breaks up with them or cheats on them. So there's a chance of that. If you know that's not the case, then that's fine. Either way, I see the relationship is done. Okay, so why the 2 of Swords? Wow. Okay. A couple things here. So, you're overthinking. You're weighing up whether or not this person that you truly valued was actually your emotional wish fulfillment. An emotional wish that you had tied to the past. I'm also getting that you may be weighing up whether to pursue this person or to pursue what you are really wishing for. Okay. Now, 9 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Either way, I see you're going to take things slow. You're not going to move fast in either direction. Why the 4 of Pentacles? For your focus. King of Swords, 6 of Pentacles, the 8 of Swords. Okay. You're very determined to have balance here, but you are overthinking things. Now, this could actually be when it comes to your finances as well. 4 of Pentacles is tied to like saving money. But I would also say you may be determined to hold on to this person and try to balance things with them. But you're really feeling stuck when it comes to that. Yeah, 10 of Cups. Wanting to have that happily ever after. That happy relationship, happy family. Happiness for you, those you love and care about. Alright, why the Nine of Cups? They're in the past. The Moon, the Three of Wands, the Nine of Wands. Okay. You kept this hidden. But what you were looking forward to, that was your emotional wish. There was a wall between you and it. You didn't feel like that actually happened there in the past. Yeah, and death is at the bottom of the deck. Maybe it's because things ended. Maybe it's because being with this person wasn't what you really wanted. Why the Hermit and your strength? Ten of Wands, the Tower, the Four of Wands. Okay, it's been very difficult going through this sudden upheaval of this committed relationship. Like, you two were clearly living together at one point. Also, it could be something tied to a significant change in home. Now, that makes sense. I mean, Mars has been in Gemini for a long time, then it retrograded in Gemini, and then it finally moved out into Cancer over just the past few months. But now, Jupiter in mid-May is going to move into Gemini. So that could show even a change of home. Jupiter's the original 9th and 12th lord of travel. So, could be a move taking place as well. But clearly, sudden upheaval, the end of a relationship, and being alone. But I do see you have the strength to be on your own and to heal from what happened. High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you're following your intuition, that gut instinct. Now, High Priestess and the Hermit. I'm seeing that you're also becoming more spiritual through this, is what I want to say. Now, I would also say this is kind of a spiritual lesson. Now, I'm not saying you deserve what happened to you. I'm not saying spiritual lessons are easy. No, they can be some of the most hellish shit you will ever go through. But I'm seeing you have the strength to heal from this. This isn't, the end of Pisces' story. Alright, why the Nine of Swords in the immediate future? Hierophant, Strength, and Ten of Cups. Okay, yeah, in the immediate future, there's still a lot of stress when it comes to your belief in that possible happily ever after for you with someone that has compassion for you. On the Strength card, there's a woman caring for a beast. Now, I also see you're stressed because having that feels like it requires a lot of strength. Yeah, the Fool at the bottom of the deck. To take a leap of faith, to have a new beginning. To try to have that for yourself in the future. Okay. Why the Four of Wands in the supportive energy? Okay. Devil, the Six of Swords, the Emperor. Okay. So, what's supporting this reading is you are leaving behind something unhealthy, very toxic, and you're really bossing up when you do that. Now, there were also unhealthy patterns tied to this committed relationship. For some of you, also leaving behind an unhealthy living situation. You might even be leaving a home where there were issues with the home that were causing health issues. Like, I don't know, mold or something. Now, I do see you are becoming more, bold. You're really bossing up. You are the emperor here is what you're showing me through this. So you're growing as a person. Now, the other thing I would say is the person you were dealing with was very controlling. You have the Emperor and the Devil. And this reading's going to come out while Moon is in Ashleisha. This is the Nakshatra or constellation of manipulation and enslavement, imprisonment. Now, not saying literally, but yeah, you may have felt that way. Like a prisoner in your own home or something, or in this relationship. Or like you were just being manipulated. But, for the most part, I see leaving this behind is for your greater good. Yeah, but Three of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. The heartbreak, the pain, is still there, clearly. It probably feels like the light of your life went out. Just like my electricity did. But even if Ardra and Vishaka are in your birth chart, in particular Ardra, that does not mean that you won't have happiness one day. It just means you have to experience that one true heartbreak before you can move forward. Why Seven of Cups in the hidden energy? Okay, so for the Seven of Cups in the hidden energy, Page of Cups, Three of Cups, the Star. So, the opportunity that you're not seeing is one that you're going to be feeling good about. You're going to be celebrating this. It's going to be a wish come true. It's going to be incredibly healing. Justice at the bottom of the deck. It's going to feel balanced. It's going to feel fair and right. That is a hell of an opportunity. Make sure that you're healed and that you're moving forward so you don't miss it. Why the Four of Cups and the hopes and fears? Chariot, Knight of Swords, Eight of Wands. Couple things here. Justice is the bottom of the deck. Alright. So, I see that you're disappointed that you have to move forward. But that it is right for you. I also see disappointment, or mainly rejection, but I would say both, in regards to someone communicating about, wanting to mend things with you. I don't think you're interested in that. Now, if you are, you have free will. You can choose to continue dealing with this person. If you think that things can be healed between you and that person, if you think you can have a healthy relationship with equal give and take, where things are balanced and fair between the two of you, okay. Or, I don't know, more of you. I don't know what kind of relationship you're in. But I would just say, for most of you, you're not interested. Why the Three of Pentacles in the potential outcome? The World, the Queen of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords. Yeah, closing out a cycle. There is a big ending here. Now, it is painful. Ten of Swords. The person has 10 swords in their back. That's not painless, that's for sure. Yeah, when it comes to working on things with this person, no, you're not interested. Through this ending. The idea of friendship with this person, you're not interested in that either. And Six of Wands, you're feeling a sense of victory in regards to that. Like it was a big accomplishment to end things with this person. Alright, let's get your final tarot cards, and then we'll look at your oracle cards and see what's going on there. Eight of Pentacles, Two of Cups, the Six of Wands. The bottom of the deck, Knight of Pentacles. So, when I said that you're slowly moving forward, it looks like what you're actually moving towards is working on a relationship that you're going to feel victorious in. Now, we come back to Vishaka. Vishaka may be tied to a split, but Vishaka has that V symbolism. Vishaka is tied to victory. This new relationship that I'm seeing, eventually, you're going to feel so victorious when that happens. Now, that is a lot more likely starting from mid-May onwards, because Ketu will leave your 7th house. Ketu in the 7th house broke you away from relationships, but Ketu's moving out of Virgo and is moving into Leo. Now, it's going to be a while before anything affects your 7th house, but I do see Mars is, in Cancer, your 5th house of romance right now. It'll be there until the beginning of June. Now, if something doesn't happen by then, I would say by some point in July or August, that's when Sun will move into your 5th house of romance. So I definitely see there's potential for romance later this year. Now, that's just going on transits. Your dashas are the most important, meaning your planetary or sign-based time periods. Okay. But let's look at your oracle cards and see what's going on there. I definitely see moving forward with a new relationship, though, would definitely work out for you. And another thing I will say, like I said, I do see a move being pretty likely as well, especially with Jupiter moving into your 4th house. If not a move, then a renovation. Just there will be something significant tied to property. Could even be an expansion of your home, or just feeling better within your own home. I don't know, maybe you kick them to the curb or something. I have no idea. It'll be different for each of you. Okay. So, we have poverty, occupation, and wealthy man. Alright, you're feeling a sense of lack. I'm getting financially in particular. When it comes to your career. Now, wealthy man's here. Wealthy man I always take as a financial increase. Now, it is with poverty, but it is coming after poverty. So, I'm inclined to think this is a financial increase. Now, we also have imprisonment, privileged lady, and thoughts. Oh, and one last thing I'll say there is, like I said, I usually take this card as a financial increase, whether you're a man or a woman. The sex of that card I don't really take most of the time. Now, imprisonment, privileged lady, and thoughts. Very clear here. Either you're with this privileged lady or you were dealing with this privileged lady. You were feeling trapped here. And you're kind of reflecting on that a lot. And like I said, Moon is going to be in Ashleisha when this reading comes out. That is tied to manipulation and imprisonment. That Nakshatra symbolism usually hits pretty hard. Okay, so let's clarify all this. Alright, why poverty? Apple, temptation will test you. And Bell, announcement. Okay, so there's going to be an announcement that you're going to be tempted by. Yeah. I won't know more until we clarify occupation. Why occupation? Okay, wreath, sorrow over a loss. Crown, honor and respect will come to you. Okay, so you've definitely had setbacks in your career, for sure. Clearly seeing that. You may have even had a situation where you lost some respect in your career. But I do see that's changing. Okay. Why wealthy men? Okay. Vulture, depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. And butterfly, a change for the better. Okay, so you've been depressed about this, you've been feeling down, but I do see a change is coming. Now, this makes a lot of sense. While I'm filming this reading, Moon is in Pushya. That Nakshatra or constellation is tied to prosperity, especially in one's work. So, I definitely see a financial increase coming. Now, transit-wise, what's really showing that? Mars in your 5th house is showing there could be a change of job, because 5th house is 8th from the 10th. Sudden change of your career. Now, that could even be a promotion, a raise, possibly a demotion, but we're seeing a change for the better. So it's a promotion or a raise. Or just a change of job to a better job. Now, outside of that, Saturn is no longer in your 12th house of loss. Saturn has moved into your 1st house. So work is coming to you. Get ready. If it's not here yet, it will be. Yeah, also 5th house is tied to speculative gains. Through stock market, gambling, business. So if you're involved in any of those areas, yeah, you could have gains. Although, I don't think you're gaining through the stock market these days. But, other areas, yeah. What's the imprisonment? Rabbit, too much concern with sexual matters. And dog close up, pleasure with a close friend. Okay. Yeah, you're feeling trapped. Especially when it comes to your more passionate side when it comes to this person. Also, there could be something very strong about a third-party situation here. Reason I say that is on the dog close-up card, shows friend. And rabbit is a symbol of Anuradha, the nakshatra of love triangles and friendship. Now, rabbits are also tied to Jyeshta, which is the nakshatra of being overly sexual to the point of cheating. There is a chance that something like that was going on. But you were feeling trapped in that situation. In particular, I'm getting that there was a friend that maybe you couldn't trust. Why privileged lady? Basket, recognition, reward for merit. And rooster, an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. Okay. Alright. So, whether you're this privileged lady or this is a privileged lady that you're dealing with, I'm getting that you're going to receive some recognition. I'm leaning that this is tied to career, but it may not be. But at the same time, there's also a privileged lady that you definitely don't want to mess with. Yeah, I don't know what more to say about that. Okay. Okay is what I'm going to say. Why thoughts? Bag, something important, such as a new job or a raise. Handshake, meeting with a stranger could be important. Okay, you could be meeting someone, and this could be tied to a new job, or this could just be a relationship that will be important in the future. If this is tied to a new job, I'm getting that this is a very strict manager or boss. Fair warning with that. Yeah, definitely you have a lot going on here, though. Pisces. You're going to get through this. Alright. That's what I have for you. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out me in the channel. To be notified whenever I release a new video, be sure to hit the bell icon and select all. And if you'd like a Vedic Sidereal birth chart, a personal tarot reading, or an astrology consultation, links to those will be in the description box and the comments below. And if you'd like to donate to help support the channel, the links to those will be in the description box as well. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.